Hell. David, I must go. There are some things I must do. I am sorry, but I cannot stay here any longer. Please, please take care of Nano when I am gone. I am sorry I couldn't do better. I am sorry I wasn't there. I am sorry. I understand if you take this as a sign of abandonment, but once everything is done, I will come back. That is if you will still have me. I have to do it. I am sorry. What the hell is he doing? What is he doing? Where did all my stuff go? I had things that I had just disappeared. Without a trace. Maybe I put it in storage somewhere. No. It's all my stuff. Oh, what is this? Unbelievable. I'm not sure. He never told me anything. He never tells me anything that's going on in his life. Whenever I ask questions, he just tells me, "Do you trust me?" How am I supposed to trust him if he doesn't tell me anything? Where is all my shit? Hold up, what was that? Oh, never mind. Oh, please tell me it's in my room. Please tell me it's in my room. Okay, I'm not losing my mind. At least this is here. Where's the rest of the stuff, though? Archie never kept any logs. Either himself or somebody trying to mess with him. Now, the thing is, he may say it wasn't him. But I think, now that I've had some time to think about it, he may have done this on purpose. To make it seem to everyone that the Hand are after him and he had to leave. While in the meantime he did that, he did it to take himself out of the situation because he has to do something. He's not a liar, he just never says anything. It's basically, he's not a liar, but he doesn't tell the whole truth either. I should check the brewery.
That's a good question. Oh, this way. No, this way. Here? Nana, did you just drop from the window? You did. Nano! It's not safer, though! Is that iron? Might have been a zombie.
Is that a book? No, just like I said. Oh, okay.
What about the shulkers on the walls up there?
That's what I'm checking.
I didn't see you go there.
Nothing but fermented glowberry juice and Catrovian cheese.
There's barrels under here. I can't open them, but...
Do something. And the letter that he left me just solidifies that. Well, I wish I could. He didn't tell me what he wanted me to do. And I told him I did. Look. Trust is a big commodity nowadays. I can't just give it out willy-nilly.
Sometimes things just have to be complicated, Nano.
I can't trust somebody who doesn't tell me the whole truth. But at the same time, I have no reason to not trust him. He needs to tell me the truth for me to trust him. The whole truth. Funny how that works, doesn't it?
Sometimes things need to be complicated in order for them to function. Are there barrels underneath the brewing stands over here?
There's nothing here. I have an idea.
Oh?
The elections for the High King are tomorrow. If he's not going to be there as if he's not going to be there as the representative of Thorinor, with him leaving, especially right before, I need to check something. I need to check the courthouse. Or, hold on, what if... Nothing in his safety deposit box. Nothing here either. Yeah, courthouse it is.
He'd need a name tag and he could send the parrot back. Yeah. I have a bunch of seeds if you want.
No, you're not going alone.
No.
Told me to take care of you, and I will. Because it's dangerous going to the jungle during a rainstorm, especially at night.
So you shouldn't go alone.
I have an idea how you can help. Get name tags. Villager Hall. Emeralds.
I think she just went the wrong way to the other hall.
That's not where to go to the Villager Hall, Nano. It's the other way.
Yeah,
Novaria.
It's Novaria. You were close, but I wasn't sure if there was a villager hall up there or not.
Those can't be after
they're
me.
after me this
Surely,
time.
I slept.
They're after me. Good buddy.
just the man I'm looking for.
It's not just that. I'm listening.
Win or lose the election tomorrow. For you, that is, I assume. What are the odds, would you say, in your personal opinion?
Can't say for sure, nor do I care.
Fair enough, I suppose. I wanted to be the first to let you know, as the other High King of the sister continents.
Don't call it that.
You say that as if that's wrong. Are we
It
not,
is wrong.
Has something happened that I'm not acutely aware of?
Hello.
You seem overly hostile towards me, David.
Oh.
I've never done anything wrong by you, yet you seem angry with me almost.
Haven't done anything wrong with me. You're right.
I've heard of your grievances with Elu, but those don't concern me, and I don't hold them towards you in any way.
Now might not be a good time.
I just
You might want to
request
move.
the same in return.
That was certainly a redirect.
Come with me.
But I was gonna say, please tell me you have a better place to be. These phantoms are irritating.
2 in a row.
Let's get you inside somewhere. Somewhere preferably where you...
Effective tomorrow at exactly 5:30 p.m. Frontier will no longer have a high monarchy. The royal position will be completely resolved.
Okay.
I wanted to give you that notice in person, as you are one of very few people who understand what my plans are tomorrow.
I knew about this beforehand.
I'm stunned. I've not made it apparent to anybody.
Are you sure?
I assume you heard it from her then.
Indeed.
But such it is written, such it shall be so. I can't even speak straight. My fucking throat's so good, goddamn dry right now. That is my intention. I hope to continue to facilitate good relations with the Riverlands, regardless of the outcome of tomorrow.
Tell me this. Man to man.
Of course.
You knew. You knew what she did and why she did it.
I do.
Yet, you still pushed her out of Frontier, knowing full well that she will die if that happens.
I said words that she may not have read between the lines of. My intention was to continue letting her be High Queen, but resolve the position of any authority whatsoever, and she may remain within Frontier. I never sought prejudice towards her.
So then it was just Elu.
I've heard what Elu said to her, and while it is heartbreaking to see friends turn on each other like that, I can't outwardly say that I don't disagree with his standpoint in the sense of how he felt. I don't agree with why he came to that standpoint. But one's feelings should never be disregarded. He felt abandoned by a friend and returned that abandonment with abandonment in kind.
She didn't abandon him to get killed. He abandoned her. He left her to die. She never did that. He left her to die and I had to pick up the pieces.
I'm aware of her fate, David.
No, you're not.
No, I think I clearly am. As much as my frustration with her at its time, as much anger as I had towards her, I will continue to hold her in high regard in my heart.
Really?
Always.
Then why disrespect her like that?
Disrespect her like so. What do you mean?
Claiming that Tilly was the last monarch of Frontier?
Could you say that T.D. was a monarch?
Yes, she was. The title was there.
She was a monarch in title only, not by action. As much as she was my friend, even she would admit it. Because of the circumstances that provided her, she couldn't be the monarch she wanted to be. I don't
She
fault
tried her
for it,
damn
but I
best. She tried as much as she could in the circumstances that she was in. Anybody else put in those circumstances, I want to see what they would do.
Who got her into those circumstances, David?
She wouldn't be in those circumstances if it wasn't for some people.
David, she placed the hit herself. Without consulting anyone. She brought the assassins down on herself, caused her to hide and to sneak away. To say it is anyone else's fault but her own is misguided and wrong, and you know that.
It doesn't matter how wrong it is. It doesn't matter whose fault it is. There's a thing called being there for those you care about. There's a thing called being there for someone you care about through thick and thin, regardless of what kind of mistakes they made. Regardless of who they are.
I was there, David. She wasn't. It's as simple as that. I did not hide where I was. I was open with her. She never once approached me. She never reached out to me. She abandoned me as a friend.
How
I have every reason to
could
be angry
she?
with her, but I'm not.
How
I'm
could she
not.
reach out to you? If she was hunted,
She was able to reach out to you. She was able to reach out to Eve.
she didn't reach out to me. I reached out to her. I found her. And I took her under my wing. That's what I did. I told her not to reach out to anyone. I told her to stay quiet. Because any mention, anything that she says, could be a hint to the assassins. A way for them to find her. And I would never risk that, regardless of what it takes. Yes, I am sorry. I apologize to you man to man. But her abandonment is not because of her own will. It was because of my will. Because I was trying my damn best to protect her. When you couldn't. When others couldn't. I did what I thought was right. And in return, that's how Frontier treated her.
Do not mistake Frontier with the actions of two.
You're right.
I won't deny my part in what happened. I accept that, and I live with that. Regardless of my feelings towards her towards the end, I did not know how serious it was. I figured if she was good enough to come see me, she was well and safe. I was unaware of the situation. Seeing as how I had barely heard a word from her in over a month. I figured it had all blown over by then. I will
It never
live
does.
with the last words that I said to her for the rest of my life. and I will not forgive myself for that. I will pay the rest of my life atoning for it. But it doesn't change anything because of what happened. I can't look at her and say goodbye. I can't tell her I'm sorry, and I never will be able to. It changes nothing. All it can do now, all we can do now is continue to move forward and hope that our actions honor her memory.
Do you
That's
want
what
to?
I plan to do. Do I want to what?
Be able to say goodbye. Be able to say I'm sorry.
More than anything, David, but alas I can't.
What if you could?
I would, if I could.
Okay. Okay.
I pray for guidance every night. I pray for enlightenment. I ask for soul's forgiveness for what I've said. But it changes nothing. She told me if she could support what I wanted to do, she would. So I continue to move with my actions forward in memory of her. So that all of Frontier honors who she was and what she did during the trying times of the Crassus Revolt. I'd do the same thing for Tilly. Matter of fact, I should let you know now Frontier is planning a massive construction to undergo a monument in both of their memories.
Good. They both deserve it. But since Frontier is becoming a democratic continent, who's going to be making all the decisions?
The people.
Is it the leaders or the people?
It'll be both. The people of Frontier will elect people from their nations to support them and vote for them in matters of the Senate.
You mentioned sister continents.
I did.
I cannot let it be so. If I am High King, if I remain High King, I will not let it be so. Until someone, like Elu, is a member of the Senate.
You are asking me to bar Elu from being a member of the Senate?
I'm not asking you anything. I am just telling you how it is.
What are you implying, David? Speak plainly. We're men speaking man to man. Don't toy behind words.
Elu broke whatever good relation the two continents had. As long as he is in a position where he has a say in any matters of the continent, there can be no good relations between the Riverlands and Frontier. There will be no aggression. There will be no hostility. But there will be no bonds either. I say that as the High King of the Riverlands now. And that thought will remain if I remain as the High King of the Riverlands tomorrow.
David, have you ever heard of the phrase, the tides of change?
I have. But words are just words. Actions speak a lot louder.
So
And
they
Elu's
do.
actions spoke the loudest.
For the sake of unity, for I do wish our bond to remain, I'll see what I can do. But regardless, Brother High King David, regardless of how you see me, regardless how you see anyone else in Frontier, regardless of how I've acted in the past, regardless of how you treat me in the future, I will continue to count you among my friends. And I hope you understand why I do what I must do. And when the tides of change come, as they do, I hope you do not fight against the waves. I hope they carry you to where you go.
As long as those waves leave my continent to me in my control, I will not fight them.
What do you plan to do if Julian wins the election tomorrow?
Continue to be the chapter master of the Knights of the Withered Rose, and protect the High King as the knights should.
And what of the assassins who so brutally hunted TD down?
What do you think I'm doing now?
I don't know, David.
I'm taking care of it.
Well, I'll leave you be. You seemed to be busy when I arrived. But think on what I've said. And I will do the same.
Sorry you had to be in the middle of all of this. It's a lot to unpack. Where were we? Plantatia. Birds. Right. We can take the ship from Port Haven